So we are going to talk about rules for adding, subtracting, multiplying, and dividing fractions. Okay, and then I'm going to show you some examples. We're going to go through some practice. Fantastic.
Nice. Love to see.
Yeah, it's all right. I can cut this.
You gotta restart now.
It's easy to edit at the beginning, but it's like when I'm like in the middle, like, and I'm like mid sentence, and then when I was teaching high schoolers, they're obviously saying some stuff sometimes that I didn't want to put on my notes, so they made it difficult. Okay, tell me that code.
413
525.
Yeah.
525.
For some reason, this works a lot better on B days instead of A days.
Today is a B day.
Yeah, I know. It's been good today.
Hopefully it doesn't cut out mid-recording. Mid-video.
I bring a bad omen. That's correct.
Well, if you bring... Never mind.
Did whisper.
I don't know what's going on. Okay, well, let me... I can hardwire in, so hold on a second. Still recording. So, what are some known rules that we have about adding and subtracting fractions? Do we remember? Can we think of any? When adding or subtracting a fraction, obviously a fraction has two pieces. Okay, what is the top number called? The numerator. What is the bottom number called?
Denominator.
Which one of those is vitally important that it matches with whatever else you are adding to it? The denominator. Okay. Okay. So let's do this. I do need to get a longer HDMI, but those are super expensive.
Yeah, I agree with that.
No, I have no money. Why are they expensive? They're
Basically a cord. Yeah,
basically
I don't know.
a cord, man.
HDMI cord you can get like a for like $20.
But just this one that I bought that was like 2.5 feet was like $20-$25.
Yeah.
So getting like the 9-footer or the 20-footer is like yeah, it's a lot. Okay, so first rule. Thank you for your patience. I appreciate it. Okay, you will be rewarded in kind, I promise. Okay, so find the lowest common denominator. Okay, LCD. Lowest common denominator. Okay? What else is important? What are we doing with it? Yeah, it's pretty easy, right? We're just adding or subtracting across, okay? So we're going to be adding or subtracting the numerator. Okay? Do we add the denominators together? No, okay? The lowest common denominator stays in the denominator. Okay, so let's say, for example, we've got 3 over 5 minus 2 over 3. Okay, what's our process for finding a lowest common denominator? So let's say you don't see numbers up here. Tell me what to do. Yeah. Yeah, perfect. So your first kind of step is you're going to multiply your denominators together, okay? And that will at least give you a common denominator, okay? Will it always give you the lowest common denominator?
No.
Not necessarily, right? Okay, so if we multiply those denominators together, what will that give us? 15. So I know 15 is going to be my two denominators, okay? And it's going to be the denominator of my initial solution. Okay, how do we adjust those? Depends on what you had to do to that bottom number to get to 15. So for instance, 3 over 5, what do you have to multiply 5 by to get to 15? 3. Whatever you do to the bottom, you have to do to the top. So 3 times 3 is?
9.
9. Okay, 9 over 15 and 3 over 5 are the same value. 3 over 5 is just the simplified version, right? Okay. Then we were subtracting. What do you have to do to 3 to get 15? Yeah, multiply by 5. So we got 2 times 5 on the top, which gives us 10. Okay, now when we do this problem, you're going to take 9, subtract 10 from it. So you got 9 minus 10. What is that going to be? Negative 1 over 15. Okay? Do you have to do the same thing on addition problems?
Yeah.
Yes, you do. You do. Okay? So let's move to multiplication. Okay? A big kind of misstep I saw on the pretest, both with y'all and with geometry, is we, for some reason, really like to cross multiply. We won't cross multiply unless we're solving stuff. Okay? So when we are just you are just going to multiply across. Okay, so on a multiplication problem, you're just going to multiply the numerator and multiply the denominators together. Okay, so for instance, let's say we've got 6 over 5 times 1 over 7. Okay, now if you were one of those people that your initial instinct last week was to cross multiply, that's totally fine. Okay, and I get why you want to. My high school students want to do the same thing. Okay, and they were in algebra 2. The reason you don't is because of this sucker right here. Okay, and because we're not solving anything. Okay, if you had a problem that was 6 over 5 equals x over 7, this is where you would cross multiply. Okay, and then we would be solving for x. Okay, that is stuff that you will do down the road. On the problem that we're working on right here, you basically can pretend that this multiplication sign, okay, there's one on top and there's one on bottom, and this is just one big fraction. Okay, and you're just multiplying everything across on the top, multiplying everything on across on the bottom. So 6 times 1 is 6, and 5 times 7 is 35. Okay, you'll reduce it if you can. Otherwise, that'll be your final solution. Okay, which I think is easier than cross multiplying for sure. So hopefully that'll make it easier on some of you. Okay, so let's look at division. Okay, division problems with fractions. actually means you'll never have to divide anything. Okay? Because what do you do to it? Does anybody remember?
Multiply? Oh, no. Yeah, yeah.
You turn it into a multiplication problem. How do you do that? It's all right. So you're going to multiply by the, it's a word that starts with an R. Does anybody remember it? It was interesting that everybody just went ratio, though. That's everybody's favorite math R word, I guess. Reciprocal.
Huh?
Have we heard reciprocal before?
Nope.
Okay, so reciprocal.
What's a reciprocal?
Okay, so if you're someone that likes mnemonic devices, okay, mnemonic devices are just like, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. Okay, that's a good mnemonic device that you've learned before. Okay, what is that? That is order of operations. Okay,
Oh,
yeah, parentheses, exponents, but don't worry about it. Okay, so for this one, it's keep, change, flip. Okay, keep, change, flip. What's up, DJ? Yeah, you good? Okay, so let's say we've got 2 over 3 divided by 5 over 7. What's up? Yeah, that's exactly right. And that's kind of, it falls into our keep, change, flip. Okay, so you're going to keep the first. Okay, I'll zoom in on this one a little bit. So you're going to keep the first, so we'll still have 2 over 3. You're going to change the division sign to what?
multiplication.
To multiplication. Okay, get used to using the dot. Get away from using the X as much as you can. Okay, it will serve you better once we actually get into a lot of everything that we're going to do.
Oh, God.
Okay, then you flip the second part. So now you have 7 over 5. What's up, Tristan?
Do you always flip the second one, or is it like situational?
That is on these types of problems right here. Yeah, you will always flip the denominator, which in this instance is always going to be that second number. Okay, so go ahead. So I was wondering if you meant on these specific like fraction problems where we're dividing fractions. To answer your question, yes, when we are dividing fractions, yes. Okay. Other division problems that involve different kinds of numbers will have different rules. This is just rules for fractions. Okay. Good question. Okay, so now we just multiply across. So what's 2 times 7? 14. What's 3 times 5?
15.
15. Is that as simple as it can get?
I mean, if you divide by 2, 15, I guess.
15 is only divisible by 3 and 5, so we're good.
Yep.
Okay? If you would float to the fraction practice. No, the fraction practice, we're going to practice.
Let's go. Let's do the fraction practice.
Wanted it to be the homework.
Okay.
It's easy. You have my number.
Okay, so something I will tell you when I give you these practice sheets that we are going to do together, okay? If you jump ahead of me, more likely than not, you're going to end up doing way more than what I'm going to actually make you do. Now, is that going to hurt you? No, okay? But you might end up going through and doing, almost all of them before I get to the point where I'm like, okay, hey, you only need to do these. And you're going to be like, well, crap, I just did all this stuff and I didn't need to, okay? So just keep that in mind. I don't mind if you work ahead, but just be aware that you are making the conscientious decision that you might end up doing more than everybody else, okay? So let's look at 1/3 plus 1/2. What is our lowest common denominator? 6. Okay, so that is going to give us yeah. Okay, so we got to multiply this first fraction by 2 on the top and the bottom. Okay, we have to multiply the second term by 3 on top and on bottom. Okay, now why can we do that? Why can we just multiply stuff by whatever we want and it be okay? Tristan. Yeah, because this is because it's a good algebra rule. What about this rule makes this okay for us to do? Yeah, we are only multiplying it by 1, technically, right? We're multiplying the top by 2 and the bottom by 2. We're multiplying it by 2 over 2. What is 2 over 2? Just 1. So we're not actually changing anything, right? We're just adjusting the numbers so that we can make it work. Okay, so we've got 2 over 6 plus 3 over 6. That gives us 5 over 6. Okay? There we go. Okay, so let's look at okay. Let's keep the focus because we're doing good. So I would like for you to do 2, 3, and 4. Okay? 2, 3, and 4 on your own real quick. Okay, so I'm going to start putting the solutions up here in just a second. You don't look up till you're ready to check yourself. Okay? On which one? Oh, so if we were in pre-algebra, I would probably let you do that, but I would start to get used to just leaving it as an improper, okay? Because we will stop using mixed. But I'm actually glad that you did that so that I could talk about it. Okay, so something good was brought up, okay? And the same thing could happen on number 3 as well. We are going to transition away from mixed numbers. Okay, so the big whole number and then the smaller fraction, okay, that is going to be no more, okay, after kind of this first unit. And as you move throughout the rest of your math career, okay, you won't use mixed fractions ever. Okay, improper are the only fractions that we'll really be using. Okay. As we transition away from that, I will not count that against you, but I do want you to start to work that way. And on stuff where I see you using mixed fractions, I'll probably be making notes on that. So, like it kind of falls into the same category that I'm talking about. I won't count it wrong, but you don't need to do that. And it's not actually even simplifying. You're just rewriting the same thing. Okay. So, yeah, transition away from even using mixed numbers is what I would say. Okay. Good stuff though. Okay. So we all good on these. If you are missing any of these, okay, and you need help, just circle them or star them or something, and I can come around when we kind of break into independent practice and help you out. Okay, don't feel lost. You'll get it. Okay, you'll get the hang of it. Okay, so let's go 6, 7, and 8. No, hold on.
5, 6, 7.
Those are too easy. These are all easy. Okay, 6, 7, and 8.
We didn't do 5.
Yeah, I don't need C5.
To do 5.
Okay, I'll give you about a 30-second head start, and then I'll put the solutions up for this one as well.
They're the same as the other ones.
No, they're not. They're subtractive problems.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. How did I not see that?
Okay.
Oh my god. I did like
Parker got green.
I did like 3.
Let's go.
I'm blind.
Epic.
Is that like an aerosol water bottle?
I don't know why it makes that sound.
It's like
That sounds like the fire alarm.
What does it sound like?
Hey, give me my water bottle back.
It sounds like a competition.
it's like a conversation between blowholes.
Oh,
Yes.
All right, well,
Mate with me.
I'm gonna have to edit that one out of the notes. Okay, stay focused, please. Okay, so I'll go ahead and tell you if you've checked yours and you feel comfortable with it, okay, go ahead and hop over to let's do 11 through 14. Okay, 11, 12, 13, 14
wait, how did
will be the next group.
you get 4? 8. Wait,
Wait, what was the next year? 11, 12, 13.
Mm-hmm.
wait, how did you get 4?
On which one? The number 8.
8, yeah.
So to get 6 on this bottom part, you got to multiply the top by 2 and the bottom by 2. You just got 2 times 2. We'll do the 4.
Oh yeah. Kind of multiplied it.
Oh yeah, you're good. Everybody good with these, or we still need them a little bit? I'll leave up here another 30 seconds or so, and then I'll put the solutions up there for 11, 12, 13, and 14.
Oh, right. Boxing. I have to box them. I'm not the smartest. Or I don't remember things.
Wait, how do you do multiplication? Is it like this?
Because I infected him.
Mm-hmm. So these were actually originally 2 different problems. Okay, so you got 6 over 5 times 1 over 7. Just multiply all the top numbers together. That'll be right there. Multiply all the bottom numbers together.
If we don't simplify it, no.
Do what?
If we don't simplify it, are we counted wrong?
I'll talk about that in a second.
Who's gonna say that? I'm just gonna.
Don't think you know me, Andreas. You don't know me.
Like if it's too far, should we put it down to 1 half?
If you can,
Okay.
do you think you should?
What, in action?
Mm-hmm.
Should you? Should you simplify it?
Someone on the first day that you were asking their name, they're like,
If the numerator is 1, wait, if the numerator is 1, we can't simplify, right?
Say that one more time.
If the numerator is 1, we can't simplify.
Correct.
oh, no?
Okay.
Oh yeah, I can.
Okay, so if you're still working through the multiplication ones, that's fine. Okay. Looking at number 11. Okay, multiply the top across. So you have 1, multiply the bottom across, you've got 6. Okay, number 12, multiply the 1 and the 3 together, you get 3 over the 5 times 2, which is 10. Okay. 13, okay, I had a question about this, so I would like to talk about this for those of you that are interested in getting full credit. Okay, this is a good example of the difference between you getting a 3.5 on a standard or you getting a 4 from me. Okay, if you get that 2 over 6, then I know you know how to do it. Okay, you've shown me a high level of proficiency, so you would get that 3, maybe a 3.5, depending on the problem. Okay, if you want the 4, you need to simplify it always. Okay, always, always, always. If you can, then you should. Okay. Okay.
We have to show our words when simplifying.
No, I mean if you put 1/3 there and you didn't show me the 2/6, that's okay. Okay. Now, one thing I will say, and I don't know why this is an instinct for some students, but if you are simplifying, if you wrote 2 over 6, don't erase it and then put 1/3. Just show me that you had 2/6 and then you knew that you needed to simplify. Okay. Don't worry about erasing it. I'm not sure why that's an instinct sometimes. Anyway. Okay. So, last ones for practice. 16. So we're going to practice all the division problems. Okay. So 16 through 20.
I am so stupid.
Oh, we have to flip it.
Please don't say that, Sullivan.
I am.
You're
smart.
That's not. That's just different. It's not better.
I am not the best. Stop.
You can make it sound more positive, Sullivan. I need to improve. What's that? I'm in Amarillo. This is my last weekend.
Whoa. We get him for 2 weeks and then he's gone.
Yeah.
No more math?
Dang it.
Yeah. This remains just a sub.
My advisory is making me just be like, I quit.
Wait, what?
Wow.
Well, I can't help but feel.
Tell the next
No.
class that
You
you're
got
quitting.
you got more after this weekend? Okay, let me know. Okay.
Is it okay if
What's that? Well, obviously.
Obviously.
Soccer, you have to.
Well, I won't be. I mean, I will if I can because I'm going to be the track coach.
Oh, you will?
I thought it was Mr. Dodd.
Mr. Dodd is going to be with me because I need the long distance people. Yeah, or Coach Dodd.
So can I just block off the other ones when I'm flipping because it confuses me a lot?
Yeah, you do. However, it makes sense to you for sure. Okay, I'm gonna start putting them up here. Don't look up until you're ready.
Oh God.
We're doing all of them, right?
Yeah, 16 through 20.
I actually did it, bro. I
did it
I
too.
feel so smart. Did you remember to floss?
Yes, I did.
Getting math problems right gives you such a confidence.
I agree.
Let's go. Let's go.
I like math. Math is fun when you know how to do it.
Agreed.
Only when you know how to do it.
Let's go.
Are you still recording?
Of course.
These poor children.
Hi guys. Me.
Don't.
I want to react whenever they hear.
Seven.
I can't speak to them.
Oh yeah, the mating call.
Yeah, the mating call.
You can edit it out.
Keep
Don't
that in,
edit
keep
it
that
out.
in,
Don't
keep that
edit
in,
it
keep that in.
out. Don't edit it out.
Let's go.
I mean, I'm not working on some high tech device. Like, I'm gonna have to leave it in. I can't just scrub it.
6 over 1. 6 over 1. Let's go!
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That's true.
Let's go! I don't want to hear. I forgot to simplify the last one.
Okay.
me too.
So this last one, okay. This would be a 3. This would be a 3.5. This would be a 4. Okay.
Wait, 6 over 1 is 6?
Yeah.
Anything,
How many
anything,
I'm
anything
sorry.
over 1 is going to
How
be
many
the
times does
numerator.
1 go into 6?
Easy, easy. We're
1
all,
goes into 6 one time.
I mean, no, 6.
he meant 1 at a time, and you do it 6 times,
One
right?
goes into
Yep,
six
yep,
there we
six
go.
times.
Yep.
Do you know division?
Okay.
Yeah, it's very disrespectful, man.
Who's ready for homework?
No!
I love homework. I thought you were
Okay. You
I
have
thought you loved us.
55 problems to do.
55
What?
minutes.
No, you have about 30 minutes.
Let's go, Parker. We got this.
How many problems? Okay.
No.
I'll do it. I'll take a challenge.
Can I go to bed?
Ow. What do you mean, ow?
Speed run.
Whatever.
When Kayla gets back?
Can I go after your bed?
Yes.
Go fast. Go fast. Why is your last name on that?
Take it in a minute. My grandpa owns a company and he sponsors.
Oh, I see.
And now I can't get the call.
Get in there.
What?
What? D4.
Wait, I didn't give myself a pen. Wait, give soul. Wait. Okay, whatever.
Where's the homework? Oh, yeah.
I don't. Okay.
Here.
Oh, I missed.
Oh, sorry. I'm bad at counting.
I know.
Thank you.
Wait, is there? I want 55.
Where's Caleb?
I don't have 55 problems.
My water bottle.
Just
Okay.
Santiago, it's
This is your
my
homework.
Parker stuff.
Once you finish this, you're good. Okay. I don't want
Thank
you
you,
taking
Santiago.
anything home over the weekend.
There's nothing in there.
Yes.
I have no future.
So it's called sarcasm. Or you can just call me a liar. Either way.
I will do that.
he goes with either.
Hey,
That's right.
I
But
need
in
one.
a good way. I will never say, okay, you only have 5 problems and then give you 50.
Oh, 10
Promise I won't do
problems.
that.
Let's go. I know.
Well, I mean, I might.
If we make
Also, hey, that song is from
Can I interrupt you?
We have a line. Okay?
Oh my god. I should've promoted.
Wait, it's Friday? I didn't know.
Wait, that's
Actually? It's
Yeah.
Saturday? Oh shoot!
Yeah, tomorrow's Saturday.
Yeah, just ask Rebecca Black.
Play that song. Play that song.
Oh yes, can you play music?
Mr. Bennett, play that song.
Play that one song.
Let me play music.
So, true story.
What? True story?
I have a secret talent.
Whoa! What is it? What is it?
And that talent is that I am pretty good at choreographing dances.
Okay, okay.
I don't want
I am a visual learner.
At the high school I went to, okay, they do this big variety show that the choir puts on every year, and I choreographed a dance for a bunch of high school dudes, and they did it to that Rachel Black song.
God. I am disappointed.
Why?
He's disappointed.
Dancing is
Oh,
cool.
wait,
No, I'm disappointed in those being kind is cool.
No, Jewel isn't cool. Besides, I can do the
They
token
dance
water
to
dance.
this? They dance to
I'll bring a video of it someday.
Please.
Yeah.
That would be excellent.
So,
No, that's two.
so,
Stop looking.
that's what it's telling you. This number.
Friday. Friday.
What's a little bit? Did I give you 3 pencils or just the 2? I got 2.
Gotta get down.
Elements.
Friday.
Did I give you 3? I mean 2 pencils or
I'll give you
3?
three.
Okay, I'm good. I don't have 2.
Friday.
Friday.
Gotta get down.
You're not making it.
Wait, that's 11.
Well, maybe one.
Yeah.
It's a real jam, man.
So now,
Yeah.
now,
You simplify that and that's what it's called.
what did you have to multiply 3 by?
What? Almost one. Almost. Friday. Hey, that's.
Papadoodle. Better than that price on Friday.
So what
Give me answers. They aren't simplified though. Wow. Imagine all answers. Oh, paper cut. I have a paper cut right now.
Then on this other one,
Wait, what?
so then on the second one, we have like 5
I don't want this four.
the 5 right here.
Friday.
No, I don't want to. I could do the Toby Maguire dance this song. You don't know the Toby Maguire dance?
Isn't it a Spider-Man 3 just walking down the street?
No, just ask me.
Friday.
A better grade if we simplify.
You get
Number 12. Number 3. Friday.
Oh my god. Crap.
So what? So
Crap-a-doodle.
what you multiply the 7 by?
Why are you boxing
So over here, yeah.
We just put this in our.
I multiplied the 2 by.
Don't care.
To get 14.
Do I care?
Don't care. You gotta multiply that.
Jeez, boys.
I'm making it relevant.
Don't care.
take care.
Yes, sir.
What your mom is in the Bible. Okay. Listen. Simple-minded buffoon.
Simple-minded brain.
Simple-minded monkey.
Not buffoon.
We keep. Like I told you, I'm blind.
No, it's not.
No. Where are you doing your like journal stuff in your phone book? So those notes, I just keep them.
Dude, I don't understand why Isaac
You
says
can
one
either cut
piece
it out
is
and paste it
mid.
or paste it, or just hole punch it.
Yeah, Isaac says one piece is mid.
That's
We're gonna dump him.
Yeah,
We're gonna dump him. You know what's mid? Ours.
All you gotta do, this is right. You did it all right. Now just gotta
What was it?
So you might not always end up at the end, but if they're both even, I would just always start with something. You gotta have, okay?
I hate this voice. Like,
Party.
No,
oh, I added this all. I told you I'm blind. I just.
Friday. Getting my first Friday.
Wait, what's that? What the heck? Hey, let me see it. I'm kidding. Hey, yo. Hey, yo.
Hey yo, bro.
He's in the full numbers. He's like,
Hey, yo.
Hey yo.
Hey, yo.
I can do a bit. I can
Hey
do
yo.
a Mickey Mouse voice.
Hey.
Everybody who's down there.
Mr.
Wait,
You're not loud enough,
mouse of the mix.
Sullivan, for one time in your life, you're not loud enough to do that Mickey Mouse impression.
I can get loud.
Mr.
Quincy.
Getting funky on a Friday night.
I have a gift.